Hello everyone, I'm Sekyongbae, majoring in English education. This week we had time to talk about gay adoption and PDA in class. So, today I'd like to make a presentation about the topic. At first, I'd like to talk about the difference of definition between sex and gender. As I googled for these two words, these have distinct meaning each other. Sex refers to the biological differences between males and females, such as the genetic differences. On the other hand, gender can refer to the role of a male or female in society, known as a gender role, or an individual's concept of themselves or gender identity. I heard these differences in one of my teaching classes last semester, and that was impressive for me. And I could know that there can be many people who have a gender identity different from their sex. There can be a man who recognized himself as a woman, and there can be a woman who perceives herself as a man. Or there can be one who don't know one's own gender identity. We call them sexual minorities. I don't think sexual identity is everything of individual, but that is important enough to decide the direction of life. Especially to sexual minorities, it is difficult to acknowledge their sexual identities, because after acknowledging, they should face harsh social prejudice and others' uncomfortable attention. Gay adoption and homosexual PDA are also related to the social prejudice. There are some people who think gay adoption isn't right, but I think gay couples and lesbian couples can adopt a baby, and they can be a good parents. In Modern Family, one of the famous American dramas, gay couple adopt Asian baby girl, and they did their best to raise their little girl while they got advice from their girlfriends or sister. When we watch public display of affection, I think we should use the same standard to heterosexual couples and homosexual couples. The thing which makes us uncomfortable is the fact that they display their affection each other too much in public spaces, not their homosexual couples. And I also watched many couples who display their affection too much in public places. They made me and my friends embarrassed and uncomfortable, so we moved to avoid them. I think couples should try not to be out of line in places where many people use together. I think we should pay attention to the fact that we can't choose our sex and sexual identity. So, I think we should not have negative prejudice about sexual minorities and criticize them just because they are sexual minorities. If we regard heterosexuality as a normality, it is more difficult to accept their sexual identities. Fortunately, I think we are getting open-minded for the sexual minorities. Also, there are many YouTubers who are homosexual couples. In my opinion, we should try respect individuals as the way they are. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your attention.